Hello and welcome to the Metropolitan Area Planning Agency's Regional Bike Map. This map is made as a guide to making connections in the region via bike, either by trail, bike lane, or low-volume street. Each color of line on the map represents a different type of bike route and bike facility. When first opening the app, the splash screen comes up to tell a little about the map and Omaha's bike rating. There's also a reference to our partners and a disclaimer at the bottom of the window. Once you click OK, you can then focus on the map to the right and to the legend on the left. You can click and drag around the map to move the view to other parts of town and zoom into the map to see more features like bike share stations, bike parking, and self-fixing stations that have free tools for the public to service their bikes. On top of the legend, the point layers only show up when the map is zoomed in enough to visualize each point. The legend tells you what each color refers to on the map. There are 5 broad categories of routes. Trails closed for repair. These are trails that have closures which make them impassable at certain places. Sometimes these trails have temporary detours and those are marked as well. The trail network. The trail network is where there are multi-use paths open for cycling. These paths either exist already or are marked as having been proposed or currently in development. Bike infrastructure. This layer describes streets and roads where cycling infrastructure has been installed in tandem with vehicle infrastructure. These are either areas designated with road markings for sharing the road with cyclists or bike lanes. The Bikeable Street Network. Our Bikeable Street Network is a combination of Omaha-signed street segments, low-volume streets, experienced rider streets identified as ideal for cycling but with higher car volume, and highways with shoulders that are bikeable. Hiking and park trails and mountain bike trails. These trails are often used for biking as well as recreational use. They don't make many connections within the bike network and they have their own classification. On the banner at the bottom of the map, there are more tools to help you find routes. There are zoom in and out buttons, a find my location button, an address search bar, and a legend button to minimize or maximize the legend. The 4 squares button is a base map selector, which allows you to change the presentation of the map to show more information or creativity. The stack of paper button is a layers button, and it allows you to turn on and off any of the layers if you'd like to focus on a particular route or point. Finally, the circled I button is a help button that brings up the splash screen from the start if you'd like to read more. That's all there is to it. Thank you for your interest in cycling in the Omaha Council Bluffs region. Check back for continued updates to this resource and contact MAPA with any suggestions or improvements.